Hello, welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. And this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about some sibling rivalry. I was watching, I look at what different people talk about and what's trending and what's going on. And I saw a story where the rapper Glorilla's sister came on to social media saying that she didn't reach back to help the rest of the family when she came up. And some people had some strong opinions about it, like, oh man, you didn't help your sister or help your mom or whatever. And then it was some people, well, she don't owe anybody anything. And I'm going to say I worked in social work for some years, and I think that people have a misconception of what family dynamics is simply because of what they have seen on TV. Oh, if there's a mom, there's a dad, they go to work, they have dinner together, they go to soccer and to football practice, and da-da-da-da-da. That's what family is. And that's not necessarily what family is. I worked on a parenting program, and I cannot remember his name. It is so terrible. But he was like the founder of the program, and he done several studies about the family. And we were all in a staff meeting one day, and we were talking. And I was like, well, my family was loving. My mom and dad didn't argue out loud. They would argue on paper. My daddy had a good job, but he done some other things. So we had a good life. We had our own bedrooms and TVs and telephones and those things. But some things was done illegally. But we had a good childhood. And the doctor was saying, yeah, I've seen that too. So the things that society deem good or bad as family, is how people have the misconception in their head. So with the Glorilla situation, I really don't know if the mom and dad are together, but I know they talk about the family. So the mom and dad is an entity within the family structure. And that there are 10 offspring from them. It seems that she's cool with some and not cool with some others. And some others feel some kind of way about not getting the same treatment as the friends or other siblings. And I think about a story, and it's not even about fame. People think about, because she's a celebrity. Sometimes it's not about that. I had a person that I considered a friend. And at the time, I had got a little lump sum of money, but I was moving back from Little Rock. So I'm trying to make the transition to move back to where I was at and, get things in order and doing those types of things. I was in college. I had just graduated college at the time. And the homegirl had a job, but I didn't, It was during the time where they had like a lot of school consolidations, and if you didn't take what we give you, then you can have nothing and deny your unemployment. And I chose at that time to explore other options without having to depend on unemployment. I had a friend, and she wanted to go to the carnival. That's like a fair that we have here. And the conversation that she was having with me, that she knew I got this lump sum of money, but the conversation was, I want to go to the carnival. My homegirl asked me to go to the carnival with her. She gonna pay for my son to go, but I don't got no money to go, and I ain't borrowing no money from nobody no more because I'm tired of paying people back. I was sitting there looking at her like she was crazy because I'm unemployed right now. Now, I don't mind giving you some money to go to the carnival, but you having the attitude of, and I ain't borrowing no money from nobody, because what I took was, and you need to give me that money because I know you got it and that's where I want to go. And right now I ain't got the money to go, so you can give it to me. And that's irrational. So I kind of feel like that's kind of like what was going on with the Glorilla situation, that I know you got it, but you just not going to give it to me. And I think you need to give it to me because I want it. I watched some other commentary on it, and even some of the responses that Glorilla has. It was kind of like coming off as nonchalant, but you know she for real. And people showed a video where old interview where she was talking about sometimes family ain't family, and even with Clarissa Shields and the situation with her sister. And I was looking at all the comments there. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but I'd like to know why the hell them kids was sleeping in the damn closet and ain't nobody said a word about them kids being in the damn closet. Why? I think it looked like 3 kids made pallets on the floor in the closet, and she talking about somebody broke in the house and stole what? I don't even remember what she said they stole. But then I saw another. Let me just hold on. Anyway, I kind of think that's what's going on with the Glorilla situation, and I just say to continue to grow her brand. And I was listening to Lovely T, and she was saying that she feel that one of the networks might pick her sister up. No, because seeing that this causes some kind of strife, some kind of chaos, because people like chaos. Some people, I don't. There are people who live their life and are rowdy like that, and that's their everyday life. So seeing things like that is not a shock to them as it is to people who live their lives in more subtle ways. Now I'm going to move on to the Clarissa Shields and her sister. And again, showed some commentators show old interviews that she done. And she was saying that how family, not family again, and how she helped her sister out and take care of her kids and do all these things, and that she hate her more and more. And people were saying that, nah, Clarissa be putting 10 on 20 and all this kind of stuff. But then the sister shows up. And when she showed up, she was cussing, she was smoking, she was talking about if you buy this for me, is it yours or is it mine? If you do this right here, is it yours or is it mine? And all these things, and it's like, you're telling people that this girl does all these things for you and how you don't appreciate it. And some people think it's because of notoriety, and I think that is crazy. I remember, I'm a very straightforward person, and I had a cousin. I was asking her, I said, you got an issue with me because I noticed X, Y, and Z. And she got mad. No, and you think da. And I'm like, why would you even get mad because I'm asking you a question? I said, I'm really purging energies. And, if you really not for me and I can see this and I'm questioning you about it. And I told her, I said, you don't have to act like a bitch. Who you calling a bitch? You. And this is our conversation. But then she went to social media and said something such as, some people get a little notoriety or a little fame and let it go to their head. And somebody in the comment, I know exactly who you're talking about. Sometimes when you're building, you separate yourself from people where you can feel their energy is not for you. And it could be family, it could be friends. Like that girl that was supposed to be my friend thought that I was supposed to give her money to go have fun at the carnival just because I got a lump sum of money, but didn't let me take care of the business that I needed to take care of first. Or when you confront the person who is throwing you negative energy and you can feel it, but when you confront them about it, they go to social media to grieve to air their grievances to social media when you just confronted them face to face. So I understand these things. And they were talking about that sometimes it might be where one sibling is doing better than the other, and that it creates a sibling rivalry. And I have to tell my daddy that. My daddy, he brags on me all the time. You my daughter. You my favorite daughter. I'm like, I'm your only daughter. Yeah, but I'm just so proud of you. Yeah, but you have 2 kids and you can't keep doing that like you don't have anything to be proud of the other about. So I have 2 boys and I'm proud of them both in different ways. And so I can kind of understand where the parents are coming from because, yeah, as in my childhood, it was good. We had material things. But when I moved out on my own and was still going to school and had got a divorce and was a single parent raising my children, I didn't have all the things that I would have loved to provide because I'm a Leo. I'm very generous. The people that I love, I'm going to shower my affection and love and material gifts on. You know, if you're in my inner circle. It was times where, you know, the Lord always came through. But I remember, you know, and you think about your friends and you think about your family. So I feel like the Lord put people in places. And sometimes your family is not blood. Your friends become your family when your own family is not there. And this lady said in this remix, she said, God's been good to me. All of you can see. Yes, God's been good to me. All of you can see. She said, you might remember baby need a pair of shoes. Baby all grown up now. Baby went to school. Baby got a couple of degrees. Baby got his own place now. She was saying her daughter, I'm talking about my son. She said, baby need a pair of shoes, but guess what? Baby take care of me. And that's how I feel. God's been good to me. And he made it where my kids could be good to me too. And then I'm still good. And when you get into that situation, as Kendrick say, I cut my granny off, she don't see it how I see it. Sometimes you have to cut people off and move on. And sometimes when you tell a person no, they get an attitude with you or go talk about you, or when they don't have access to the things that you provide anymore, they have an issue with that. And I can just see all of that. And then the family dynamics, people talk about Clarissa. I think Clarissa is a product of her environment, and I think that she has done great to come out of that. And for your sister to feel entitled and badmouth you, so much so that she jumped on social media with no teeth in her mouth. Girl. But I'm not a fighting kind of person, so all that, I'm leave them people alone. Let you do what you do. So that's all I have for you this week. Remember, you can catch me on all podcasting platforms, but I'm trying to work on my Spotify, and I'm going to start back uploading my videos on Spotify and YouTube if Vidia don't keep playing with me. But anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.